Oh, you know what I might want to do? You know what might be really cool? A cocooned worm into a brown mask. So this is what I'm looking at. This is a list of all the things that you can cocoon into from a worm. And all of the worm's texts are over here, and then when you cocoon, they all transfer over to another text specifically. It might be fun to get, like, Blazewall and Napalm. That could be interesting. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Do I want to do tank? I'll do tank. I haven't ran a tank in a while. Gilet. J2. Also, I'm gonna risk it. Dude, this is fucked. This background. Like, what happened? I just don't have black backgrounds anymore. I'm gonna have to restart the game, I think. But it's pretty funny. It's like a neat poster. I wonder what broke it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a pixie. I'm probably not gonna roll a million times for Fury, but it'd be nice if I could get it. It's killing me. That's crazy. If all the worm card texts are about how pretty they are, much nicer than calling them gross bugs, I guess. People they love worm. This is trippy. I know, it's a little bit unsettling, honestly. So we got a little ways to go until we can get grit chips. Who do we want to kill time with? I guess we'll just do Nintendo 64. Bring him back out. Everyone's favorite. That's where the hair chips are? That is where the hair chips are. You can also go on Expedition, but we're like 6 months away from that, so we're just gonna enter a battle. Praying Mantis with swords more accurate to real life than Praying Mantis with axes? Well, you know, I play Pokemon for the realism. So I gotta agree with you there. If there's one thing Pokemon's always done well, it's realism. Hey, perfect bracket. So is that image just placeholder for when it can't load a graphic? It's a pretty funny placeholder. So we're gonna do some combining. We got We got I want to use the secret seasoning. I'm gonna use the hair disc chips. 28%. Worm Pixie. Okay, that didn't take too many tries. We're gonna get ease for sure. We're guaranteed to get ease. We'll get grit. Maybe we can get fury. Fuck, I need naming is difficult. It's the hardest part of the game because it matters. You want to talk? I want to talk to you about something. Okay. Okay. You're allowed. I don't know. My brain's not working today. There we go. There's a name. How's that for a name? I like Pinkworm. It's cute. I like the yellow on it. Yellow and pink is such a good color combo. Look, him do flips. Oh, look at this. Somersaults. Here we go. Wow. That did 200 damage. Damn, lowering both power and speed is going to be difficult. You know what? I'm doing it in the wrong way. I should be lowering power first. No, I can't use Paradoxin. What's my goal here then? I gotta get defense down. That'll be super easy. Speed and power, I can do cheats to make that happen. I don't know, maybe we just do the things we know we can do first. I guess I gotta do some scumming. Gotta do a little bit of scumming. If I want this to be a tank, we gotta do a little bit of scumming. Actually, the speed's pretty low. Because I don't need to go all the way down to 1. I just need to get them below 100. Because I am a just... So getting power and speed down is going to be super easy. Didn't even think about it, but yeah, they both start around 100. I'm just amazed it took that long for Beacons to be discovered. What are you talking about? People found Beacons the first year the game was out. What are we talking about here? In the middle of your ghost build now? Change it up so it actually do double-digit damage? Oh boy. Let's go. JP's really putting on his thinking cap. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. JP will build stuff that sucks and be like, nobody has tried this build more times than JP has. Also, I haven't been feeding him cup jellies. I guess I have to do that. That is the thing I gotta do. It has never worked out for him. He has lost tournaments specifically because he went with low damage withering, and then he'd be like, well, I almost won with a monster that should have been banned and would have absolutely won if he just made a good build. He raised a Raki in a tournament where Raki wasn't banned, even though Raki is like insanely powerful in hard mode. Like, he's banned in most things. He tried to go low damage withering with it, and it completely fucked him over in the finals. And he's like, well, I got second, I did good. And it's like, you didn't do good. You took a god tier monster and lost the tournament. That's the opposite of good. But he made it to second. He should have beat everyone without losing a game. Making it to second doesn't matter. That's like if you entered a race with a bunch of toddlers and you came in second. Like, did you do well? Little Bobby was doping, I swear. I would say did very well, except for the one badass toddler. Yeah. Gotta check what's in his formula. Okay, so we've actually only fed it 1 cup jelly. There you go. I was wondering why Pinkworm doesn't Worm Plant have longer lifespan, same guts rate? Yeah. I mean, you can do Flower Worm. It's fine. I don't need the longer lifespan, though. 300 should be enough to do this. We got the 4 in intelligence, 3 in life, 3 in skill. He's got, like, minus 100 nature. What was that? Plus 3, minus 3? That technically does me no good. I need the minus 4. I need a 95. I can see what the numbers are as soon as it starts. We only gotta get 4 of these. And then we're done. We don't have to do any more of that nonsense. This is the only, like, grindy part of the entire thing with this worm. I need 4 cheats, and then after that we're fine. I can do whatever the hell I want. Holy fuck. What's the guts rate gonna be? 12. So just above average, but much faster than what Gali can get otherwise. There we go. There's our 97, so we only gotta do 1 more, and then we're done. So I'm just gonna rest him this week. Oh, he's adolescent now? Fuck that. You know what this means? We gotta go get a Silver Peach. To wind back his life stage. Expedition time? No, I don't need a Gold Peach. I mean, I could use a Gold Peach, but we'll just get Silver Peach because it's coming up sooner. I especially don't want to use a Gold Peach because I want to use a Gold Peach when he's actually in Prime. I really wish lowering stats wasn't as hard as it is. Okay, Ezra, it's your time to shine. Get you a Silver Peach. Your Expedition Eldermon just died? Ah, rip. Use that Hopper. That Hopper's really good. I really like that, the rear-eyed because it has a really long lifespan. This guy has a really long lifespan too. He's got 450. Brow Smash doing 200 damage. Damn, if only I cared, you know? There's that Hopper, how did you know? Oh, rip. Rip. Rip again, bud. An item to lower a single stat would be nice, yeah. Silver Peach. So he's adolescent right now. I'm going to feed it to him. Normally, in Monster Rancher, it pushes them back in life stage immediately. In this one, for whatever reason, you can't skip back to baby. So because that 25 weeks pushes him back to baby form, he's going to be adolescent until he's out of the baby stages. And then once he gets to child form, he'll move up. So this is actually a really good time for me to get my tail move. Teaching more low gains, yeah. So what we gotta do. Precocious type kind of fucks me over for it. This will also tank my lifespan a tiny bit, which will help out with regards to getting back to child form a little bit quicker. I don't have a great chance to get this. We'll see if I can get it. I think 250 is the lower end. There we go. That when they waggle their tails? I know, doing a little waggle. A little waggle waggle. We'll watch him fight this guy. But his big bro's back. Watch out. Bop. Got him with the coconuts. Oh shit. He actually won. Okay, so he's child form now, and we got Tail Lash, right? Yeah. So Tail Lash on the Gali gives us Blaze Wall, just because of the way that the memory works in the game. So we won't be getting Firewall. Firewall's good. It's fine. But I want something a little bit more oomph. I want a slot with, like, less chance for, like, low damage output, you know? Because we're going to have that in 2 other slots. So we're going to have Blaze Wall, we're going to have Napalm. But right now, we're saving for our very last save scum, and then we're done. We're done with save scumming. I need my speed to end up at 100 or lower. So I need a 3 or less. There we go. We got it. Second try. You know, sometimes it's just that easy, folks. So no more save scumming. Let's take a look at his stats. Power and speed are going to be below 100. Defense is already below 100, but it won't matter. Intelligence, skill, and life are what we're working on. Intelligence. Okay, Napalm is a hit tech, or is it a special tech? Let me check real quick. Need to make sure I don't go over any sort of threshold. Okay, so it'll be very easy because Spirit Blow is the only other one, and it's got a power requirement of 500, so that's gonna be super easy to skip. I'm not worried about that at all. If I went 100 defense and then maxed my form, that would give me 125 defense, which does technically give me 2 more levels of defense. But I think against 999, that's like a 0.1 like difference in defense reduction. It's basically a rounding error. So there's no point in me worrying about 100 defense. The only thing we have to worry about, I think, is having 80 loyalty, and we're at 75 right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Dr. Baloney says, I want to rig the next tournament. Do you grant its request? Kind of look like your older brother when you were younger. I've gotten that twice now. 2 people have now said that. So I guess I'm everybody's older brother. Yeah, I've got kind of an older audience. The only people who remember playing this game are all my age. I'll give you a wool ball. Oh god, that's expensive. Fuck. Well, nowadays, I guess you are younger than me. You'll be 28 this year. I mean, I'm 31, so. 24, first time ever playing this? Yeah, there's a couple of people around your age. Everybody's got, like, their own little unique stories about how they, like, first found this game. And they're all cool. Don't, please, you know what? I don't really care that much about the cheating. I'm just being anal about it. That's a 7, so I'll still take that. I literally only have to do 2 drills for the rest of this monster's life. I gotta do run, and I gotta do meditate, and that's it. Played a ton of Ape Escape and watched your dad play Resident Evil 3 Dino Crisis. That's cool. I was an N64 boy and don't regret it, but there are some games like these I do wish I didn't miss out on. I mean, you get to play it now, right? So it doesn't matter too much. It's not like this game was super popular when it came out. You didn't miss out on, like, the heyday or anything like that. There was nothing happening. Hey, 1 year down, 3 to go. Only need 2 drills for the rest of its life. Only need to do 2 drills continuously for the rest of its life. I got the hiccups now. Need more water. Played on pirated version PS1, they couldn't use the shrine. That's pretty funny. True, but there's a mystique when you're younger and miss out. I guess that's true. The whole using discs thing is definitely a thing that's lost forever. 25 and your whole nerdy family played this when it came out. Yeah, my family did not. My sister played it a little bit. But I think she just played it because I played it. Ended up adopted. I like how you say that, like, I eventually ended up adopted. I guess that's technically possible, but the wording on that's pretty funny. I still enjoyed randoming and seeing what you get. Not quite the same feeling, but still good. Yeah, it's fun. I like it. PS1 was your first console, so this Gen games is really your jam. It's your pink jam! I had a Game Boy growing up, and then I had a Game Boy Advance, but PS1 was my first actual, like, console. And I got it in, like, 1998, 1999. So, a few years after it came out. I played, like, my aunt had both an NES and a Master System, so I played a lot of those when I was really young, but I just never had my own console. My parents didn't have a lot of money. Which experience Sega consoles seems cool. Master System's kind of cool because some of the games are just on, like, cards, like business card type cards. And you just pop them in. They got a little chip. The Sega Master System I have, I don't know if they all did, but the one I have has 2 built-in games in it, and one's like a light gun game that I can't play because I don't have a proper CRT for it. And it's got like a motorcycle racing game. They're both built in. My first console was a 64, and you played Pokemon through the emulator in Pokemon Stadium. When Gold came out, I remember crying because it didn't work on Stadium 1. Oh, damn. Yeah, you had to get Stadium 2. That's how they get you. They're like, Macho's gonna cry. We gotta do this. Fuck that kid. Just bleed him for everything he's worth. That's what I would have done. You've been doing it your whole life ever since? Macho, got a new Pokemon game. Let me fleece ya. Stepdad got a Sega. I don't know what gen it was. Remember sucking Virtua Fighter in it? That would have been the Saturn. Ever watched the Virtua Fighter anime? No, I have not. Fighting game cartoons are so funny. I follow this one Twitter account that's called Video Game, the TV show, the 90s TV show. And it just posts clips from the Darkstalkers TV show and Street Fighter, the TV show. And they're so fucking bad. I remember Darkstalkers as a kid and hating it. Just being like, this sucks. This is so bad. And I was right. I was right to say it. It's awful. Marvel, like MVC 1 is the only one I've played a lot of. MVC 2, I really didn't like the way it looked, and I still don't for the most part. I don't think it looks very good. It gets way too much praise for being a game that looks like a bunch of fucking assets slapped together. Like, it is one of the ugliest fighting games I've ever seen in my life. It is literally just a bunch of assets slapped together. It looks terrible, but it's fun to watch. Okay, so where are we at stats-wise? But yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing fine. A year and 4 months in. More meditates. Try the awful Fist of the North Star fighting game. People like them. There's like a dedicated scene for it. Koseji, it's Kusoge, Kusoge. But yeah, it means like shit game. I like Kusoge games, but they need to. I get a lot of shit for saying this. Street Fighter 2 Turbo is a Kusoge game. It's so fucking garbage. Nothing works in it. You have random damage. You have random stun. And everyone's like, no, it's like the pinnacle of fighting games. It's like, I like it. I think it's a great game. I'm pretty good in it, but it's goofy. It's very silly. Rainbow Edition, hell yeah. Throwing sonic booms vertically, throwing them wrapping around the screen. Let's go. There was an arcade machine at, oh, Joey, and then his social security number after that. You shouldn't do that, Joey. There was an arcade machine in the bar where we used to have our locals for Smash, and it had a bunch of games loaded into it. It just ran MAME, basically, and you could pick whatever you wanted. And I remember playing, there was a couple of friends I was playing with, and I was talking about how we should play Street Fighter 2 on it. And they had ST, and so I pretended I loaded up ST, and then we played a couple of games and everything looked fine, but I had actually loaded up a Rainbow Edition, and I started throwing fireballs that like wrapped around the screen with Guile, and they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, it's a secret. But like all my friends play fighting games, so they figured out right away that like it wasn't real. But I scummed one win that way, and then they're like, no, let's play the real one. You don't want to do Ken, Air Tatsu, Air Fireball, Air Tatsu, Air Fireball? That shit's wild. That's fucked. That's barely a game at that point. You're getting there. This is basically it till he cocoons. That's the one bad thing about cocooning is that it's kind of tedious. But yeah, because stats under 100 don't matter, I can basically get literally 999 life, 999 intelligence, 999 skill. This is peak Cocoon gameplay pretty much. How are we doing tonight? We're doing well. Everything's going according to plan. Online ranked is versus a bunch of Phoenix Undines and Katos. Well, I mean, it depends. It's just based on your stats. If you want a really, really easy way to get to the top, do what I'm doing. Do 2997 stat cap. Because half your opponents will be Sweki Suezo, and that's a free win. We were doing a drinking game on my stream when I was playing the Japanese part of this game, like a year ago. And it was basically whenever I ran into a Sweki Suezo, I had to take a drink, and I was like fucking dying by the end of it. That was so long ago now. Yeah, I was doing it with my, I was doing it with Grief. That was my Kamui. Time weighs on my soul. God damn. Old men. We're the old men of the scene now, Macho. All these young bloods coming after our crown. I think at some point, I'm just gonna be like, here is my fucking try-hard build. But, like, I'm so bored of that. Like, I don't want to make an Astro or an Undine or, like, a Striker. I don't know. I don't know. It's all kind of very boring to me. I've done it before. Who do you think is going to be stronger, Dr. Baloney or Mr. Stromboli? Mr. Stromboli doesn't have his doctorate. I think a good naming structure is just honorific and then food. You could call a guy like, especially Meat Stuffs. Meat Stuffs pretty good. If you want to call someone like Hamburger Esquire, that's a pretty good name, IMO. Don't nobody steal that. I would die if they had made a new Monster Rancher game. Like, I would literally, like, I would just play that game for the rest of my life. Well, we talked about it. If they just re-release Monster Rancher 2 with all of the monsters from the game, like all the monsters from Monster Rancher 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck it, 5, and we'll say my Monster Rancher as well. If all the monsters were in it, that'd probably be the only game I played for the rest of my life. That'd be like 60 plus main breeds. It'd be fantastic. I can play my boy Poncho, play my boy Zahn, I could play Chuparo. Raiden would be fun. And there'd be so many things you could do with it. That's a pipe dream, right? Lesion would be great. I'm kind of meh about Ripper, but like I do think he's a cool monster. I just wouldn't list him as like a favorite, you know? I love Lesion though. You get hyped because it looks cool, new creatures game, and then it turns out to be NFT bullshit and you get sad. Yeah. As long as your worm stays ahead of inflation, you're happy. Don't want the worm market to crash. You need work to earn? No, so there's a new concept called play to earn, which is basically you play a game more and then you're given pittance, which is like you're given fucking Bitcoin or whatever to play a game. To like incentivize people to play the game when, you know, it's gambling. Is basically what it is. It's sitting in your car idling, looking at your phone, and every hour somebody comes by and gives you a nickel. And sometimes they don't actually give you a nickel, so you just gotta keep your car running. That's basically what this is. It's so fucking stupid. And the only people trying to push it are people who are like completely invested in Web3 and like they want nothing more than for other people to buy into this because they can't make money if other people don't buy into it. Worm inflation, we don't talk about that part of the community. That part of the community does exist though, but yes, we don't talk about it. It's like Fight Club. And the arguments are always the same. It's always like, imagine you could get something out of playing a video game. It's like, yeah, I do. It's fucking stress release. It's fun. Like, what? You incredible fucking moron. Like, what does that even mean? Imagine you could get something out of playing a video game. I don't need to be paid to play this. It wouldn't make the game better if I was paid. It's Mary Kay. Yeah, dude, it's Avon. It's Avon ladies, except instead of the old ladies, it's 20-year-olds who don't wash their ass. What if your monster could play Monster Rancher to relax? Ranching Inception. Oh god. Then that means my monster's sentient and I am a terrible person. Imagine adding mods that has new tourneys in game like CS rank apes. I mean, that's kind of what hard mode is. If you want that, you should play hard mode on the emulator. I'm more interested in like actually raising new monsters. The co-op game development projects never go anywhere. That's the thing, is everybody has like pie in the sky ideas and they have the best intentions. And then they just, you know, it's too much work and no one's getting paid. And unless people are like extremely talented, it never gets off the ground. I was part of a card game. It was a combination card game, tabletop game, but it was like collectible cards. Like, so it was like Magic the Gathering, but you moved along a game board. And there's way too many cooks, and I got hired on because I've done some writing for hire in the past and some game design in the past, and I actually made a card game. I showed it off at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament when I was like 12 years old. I made my own card game, and I showed it off, and the store wanted to invest in it and like help me like make it real. And then I guess eventually they realized like it was too much work for them to do, so they pulled out and I didn't end up making the game. But flash forward 10 years, one of my friends that remembered that I had made that had reached out to me, and they're like, hey, we're making this game, do you want to play test? And so I started playtesting it, and it's fun. It was okay. It had some pretty big flaws, but, you know, nothing playtesting couldn't fix. And then they asked me to, like, help start designing stuff. And so I designed some races, and I designed some new decks and new mechanics and things like that. And it was a lot of fun, except I realized about halfway through the project that this was a get-rich-quick scheme. This wasn't, like, let's make a thing that's good. It was like, let's make a shit ton of money. And so my friend bought a 3D printer, and he started printing, and it ended up costing him a lot of money, and then that put a lot of strain and stress on the project, which was like unfortunate, and it became kind of difficult to work with everybody because everyone was at each other's throats. But you know, it is what it is, right? For the guy who was running it, like I do think he was more worried about like it being a big success than he was about making an actual good game, which was, you know, kind of crappy, but it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself. The craziest thing about this entire project was we didn't have a working prototype yet. We didn't have more than like a couple of models made. We had a couple of good artists working on cards, but it didn't look fantastic yet. And he's like, we're making a video game. There's going to be a video game tie-in. And none of us are programmers. And except for this one guy who had convinced him that making a video game was a good idea. So he was working on the video game by himself, start to finish. And every time I tried to talk about the card game, he would try to pull it into like, well, but in the video game, it's going to be like this. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're one person. You're not going to like build a video game by yourself. And I ended up leaving the project because he kept like torpedoing good ideas because, oh, that wouldn't work in the video game, so we can't have that mechanic here or something like that. It's some stupid like bullshit like that. And so I spent like 4 months working on this, and like, it wasn't my project, it wasn't my baby, but like I spent a lot of time on it, and I really wanted to see it succeed. We put up a Kickstarter and everything, and the Kickstarter got, I think, like $4,000 in the first day. And so we're like, damn, this is really good. And then it kind of trailed off, and we didn't end up, like, we weren't getting $4,000 a day. We got like 4,000, and then we got like 1,000, and then we got like 500 on the third day. And on the fourth day, we didn't get anything, which is fine, you know? Promote it some more, do something else. But my friend, who was like the lead of it, got scared, and he posted it on a board game forum. And he gave a really, really shitty spiel about like what the game was about and everything. He basically recorded like a phone camera video of him playing and uploaded it so people could see what the game looked like. And it looked like shit, because, you know, it's a phone camera. And everyone there was like, I don't like this mechanic, I don't like that mechanic. And so he's like, okay, the 6 weirdos on the board game website have spoken, and we're gonna pull the project. We didn't get any funding yesterday, it's not gonna happen, and just completely pulled the project. And I was like, are you for fucking real? $4,000 is $4,000 more than you deserve for this goddamn project. I cannot believe you're doing this. And then he's like, yeah, we're just going to focus on the video game for now. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm out. Because I don't know how to program. You don't know how to program. I don't know what the fuck you are doing. This is such a waste of everybody's time. I was so just like, I've never been like, had like a more of a sense of a loss in my life. Like, I spent like thousands of hours working on this. And then he just pulls the plug and he's like, yeah, we're rebuilding. I'm like, we're not going to rebuild, man. It's never going to fucking rebuild. Sounds like they're looking for an out. I think so too. It sucked. It was a very unfortunate thing to be part of, but it did teach me a lot about working with a team. And since then, like, I've worked in management and stuff, and I used a lot of like the like shitty stuff I learned from that, and I've helped companies like grow, things like that in the past. Telling us the name of the project? I'm not going to. 4K isn't anyone's wages? No, so it wasn't good money, right? It wasn't good money, but it would have been enough to like help start prototyping stuff. Did you at least keep the 4,000? No, because if on Kickstarter, if you pull out our project, everyone gets their money back. It wasn't even up for a week. To this day, I don't understand why he cared about making a video game. Like, there was one programmer and he fucking sucked. He was a con man, basically. He was just a guy who wasn't very good at what he did, who had convinced everyone he was some savant, and he would post like screenshots and it's like, cool Unity assets, dipshit. Like, what do you like? So you're not an artist, so now we gotta find an artist, and also you don't know how to code, so we gotta find an actual coder. Like, congrats on spending a fucking weekend at the Y learning how to use Unity, but like, I don't know. I have a bit of an ego, and so I can get into arguments with people for that reason, but the fact that this guy was just like constantly at the helm of everything, and he was like leading meetings, and he had no fucking ideas. He had no good car ideas. You have no good car ideas, Paul. It was just, it was maddening. It was like watching your friend just kick themselves in the dick over and over, and you're like, you shouldn't do that. And he's like, no, hold on. And then he does it again, and you're like, God damn. I've dedicated so much time to you not getting kicked in the dick, and here you go. We have maybe the worst battle special available on a tank, which is ease. God forbid I do so well, my monster like lands so many attacks in a row that it procs ease, because I will instantly lose. And I think that's very funny. So, you know, let's let's see how that goes. Hopefully it never happens. But yeah, we got normal no rest method stuff happening right now. We're in subprime, but we are gonna go get a golden peach in 2 months, so, or I guess technically a month after this, a month and 1 week. That'll push our prime, push us back into prime. Yeah, we literally just hit Elder. Yeah, this guy's gonna be for the middleweight class, which is 2997 stat cap. Stats under 100 don't count. We got 3 stats under 100. That means that it allows us to max 3 stats. So we're gonna max life, intelligence, and skill. Unironically, like to unban every monster. I would love to find a way for Metal Nerd to be legal. Honestly, that's the dream. Because I like Metal Nerd, he's goofy. Fun little alien robot. I think Kamui would be better than Metal Nerd without back charge and straight. I actually think it would be better. Is it a flex to have Hopper as my expedition monster? Damn. Damn, he's good. I'm gonna say it is. Okay, so I'm going to rest this week. We're gonna feed it a golden peachy. I probably could just sell the other one. I don't have anything else to use it on. I could use the 5k, or the 4.5k. There you go. We overshot it slightly, but that's okay. His entire prime and subprime takes less than a year. That's very funny. Either way, we're almost done this. Almost done his actual like intelligence gains, which is pretty good. I'm supposed to go help somebody fix a lighting array tomorrow, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. I kind of has to do this job, and like I don't really know the lighting software that well. And my boss is like, "Hey, you know how to use this, right?" And I'm like, "Well, I used it once like 3 years ago. Like I would definitely have to like sit down and like relearn it." And he's like, "Oh, it's not bad. It's like this other program we use." And it's not. It's like, the comparison is like saying driving standard and driving automatic are the same because they're both cars. They both got steering wheels and gas pedals. It's like, sure, I suppose. Suppose it's the same thing. So I don't want to drive an hour to go to this club to like fix a lighting array and then be like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and then just drive home. Because that makes me look stupid and makes my boss look stupid. I've tried explaining to him that like I don't think I know enough, but he's like, yeah, you can do it. That's it. That's all she wrote. So now until the end of time, we just work on skill. That's literally all we got to do, and then life eventually. But we're gonna do skill first because we want his worst gains. We want to work on his worst gains in prime. There's a great. I'll accept the great. Any reason Redworm over Express Worm both have the same guts rate? Yeah, but I can get grit on this guy, and I can't get grit on Express Worm. That's the big difference. Either this guy or Flower Worm. It's basically the same. Just shooting for another 500 skill. We'll get there. Are there stat gains after cocooning? It's the same as whatever your worm has. You're getting addicted to cocooning gels for tourneys? The 3 cubes is pretty nice, eh? I like... That one's weird. Because I like the 3 cubes, but I think regular gel cube is very good as well. Not having it is kind of unfortunate, but... No, it's not the end of the world. Cocooning into Gali is nice since you don't have to worry about extra stat gains. Yeah, it gives you extra nature, right? I normally don't get gel press. I know a lot of people like it. It seems very slow to me, though. It seems to always do way less damage than I expected it to. It's a cool attack. I like the actual attack, but I don't think it's like fantastic. I get a lot of attacks I don't think are fantastic though, just because it's like either it works for the build or I'm literally like, I just like the way this looks. Okay, we're back into Elder now. 174 weeks of lifespan left. We can make it though. We're doing okay on stats. We'll barely make it, but we'll make it. If a future Monster Rancher game had both Zon and Monol, I wonder how they would differentiate subs. I think they look pretty different. Zon's much more than just like, this monster is black. They've got like spikes, or they're like very svelte and sleek. Monol's more like, everything has like rune words and shit on it. Monol wouldn't be smooth, Zon would be pointy, there you go. Hey, he's 4 years old, let's go. Now Monol's on. Floating Diamond, it would be that one angel from NGE. Like how Pixie and Ogyo subs are different. Yeah, they're pretty different. People always ask me, like, how do I raise a stat that doesn't have a heavy stat component to it? And it's like, you just do this. There's no trick to it. You just mash that shit. It ends up being a lot faster because you don't need to feed them items every week. You only gotta do it like once a month, twice a month maybe, at the most, depending on what cycle you're on. We gotta raise life too, right? So it doesn't matter which one we do right now. It's just that our skill gains are worse. 1998 minus 560 minus 695. So I still need 700 stats. So I need a median of 4, which means I can't get any cheats right now. Median of 4 every week for the rest of my life. We'll have to do some tournaments too, which will make it a little bit worse, but no. Maybe I should try to get its nature up to get more greats. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe I'll get its nature up, I'll get more greats for now, and then I can always just tank it back down later. Yeah, we're getting 6s consistently, which is nice. I would like... Oh, that's an 8. I would like better, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so I just saved. I'm gonna rest one more time. And hopefully we don't have to reroll too much. Appreciate how helpful everyone has been. Hey, no problem. I'm glad everyone's been able to help you out. Kinda stoked to try the fiddly stat lowering stuff for the first time. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's only really tedious on stream. Oh, we got the top tier. Anyway, that's not what we wanted. So we'll have to do this a couple of times. It's nice when you're doing something else in the background. There's a Gali behind that wall for sure. There's a lemon behind that rock. Nope. Swazo. I want to do this. I haven't raised a Gali in a really long time. Energy shot and sting tank arrowhead for lightweight? Oh god. I mean, maybe. Godspeed. At the brown mask. Oh, so that's interesting. It sets its base nature, it changes its base nature. So it gets plus 30 base nature, but it also completely changes their effective nature. So I had like minus 70 on my effective nature, and that's been completely neutralized. Let's take a look at his cape. I like his mask. This is my favorite one. I really like the shade of brown it is. He's got little worm friends. Look at that. They all have like a warrior of some kind on it. This guy's just got a bunch of worms though. This man's got worms. This man is for the worms. Did you get Gali first try? No, I did not. Took me a couple of tries. But we got Blaze Wall. So I'm going to have to grind out a couple of uses there. The unfortunate part is it's going to take me many tournaments to use Blaze Wall 50 times. Also, I probably shouldn't have raised my intelligence all the way up to 999 because I have to go on an intelligence errantry. We'll do that very end game. It won't matter, but anyway, there's one. Gotta do that 49 more times. So this guy's got a super fast guts rate for a Gali. I think the fastest Gali guts rate is... it's 13 otherwise, and so this is faster than that. It's not as bad as Monol, who is 14 at the fastest, and then can get a 12. Okay, so we get 2 uses. It's a start. What sucks, though, is that I can't have my power or speed go up. So it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. But in terms of AI forfeits, if your stats are significantly higher than theirs. I wish I could state save here, because this is what we do in competitive play on hard mode. Defense and speed went up? Fuck, I don't want to do this. I already don't want to do this. I give up. We're gonna play a different game instead. This is definitely a grind off stream type of thing. Moose coin when? Oh boy. Pat misses at 67%. 390. Have to hit? No, you just need to use it. So that was 4 or 5. I don't know. Did the last guy give up? I'm not even paying attention. Defense and speed. Fucking speed, man. If defense goes up, it's okay. I got a lot of room on that. And then additionally, even if it does go over, I could always use a meditate to bring it down, even if it doesn't actually help my intelligence at all. It's something. I just can't have power or speed go up. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I thought Ghost's icon was him upside down for a very long time, too. Took me forever to understand Mew's icon. That's like me with Kato. Okay, that's good. I'll accept that. Kato's icon, for the longest time, I didn't realize the negative space was like his mustache. I thought it was like he had like the 2 lines for his eyes, and then I thought he had a very skinny body and he was like this, like he had his arms out. Yeah, no, Ghost is the top part is a hat. It's just that the Ghost's color and the white image they use for like the generic colors on it is very similar. This here, this chunk here, and this chunk here, I'm pretty sure, now that I've seen it, is his mustache, right? Like, this is where it begins, this is his pointy nose, and then it, like, curls up there. I used to think this was his very skinny body, and then this was one, like, arm, and this was the other arm. So that's what I thought it was for the longest time as a kid. And then as an adult, I was like, maybe it's supposed to be, like, his mustache, and they just didn't color it in. Yeah, but Ghost, this little black line here is the beginning of his top hat. It's slightly different colors. The worm one is weird because they didn't color in his tusk at all. So it just like looks like he's melting or something. The line does look like a mouth. Yeah, it does. And then this is his hand, right? And he's hanging upside down. But unfortunately, that's not the case. All the other ones are pretty simple. Except for this fucking guy. This is garbage. I know what it's supposed to look like, but this is such a bad sprite. I say very clearly, but like, I didn't see the fucking Kato thing until like 2 years ago, so, you know. What's clear is relative, for sure. Hey, hell yeah. There's some good text for competitive Gaboo. My favorites are Rolling Chop, and then Samurai Kick, and Chop Combo. Those are like my 3 favorite Gaboo techs for competitive. Okay, we're in Elder 2, so my stats are kind of crappy already. Is Cocooned and you missed it? You did. You did miss it. We had to reroll a couple of times, but not too many times. Okay, now we gotta use Blaze Wall 50 times. We used it like 3 times, because people kept giving up. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before we're at 50 uses. Yeah, I'm killing Robanil in 1 hit. That's rough. So 5 uses in the entirety of rank B. Here we go. Moment of truth. No speed, no power. Speed, like we said earlier, I can use a Man Satan to get rid of it. God. Do I want to accept that? That gave me +9 skill, +10 life. I'm gonna accept that. You can always use Man Satan later. It'll be the last item I use, I suppose. That looks good, I'd keep it. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I can probably get 2 to 3 on each monster in here. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm here to help. Got any more questions? Feel free to ask. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this guy again. I'm not like that. I'm like that when someone's like, I like talk about my tournament, and I'm like, okay, so here are the rules. And then 2 minutes later, so what are the rules to the tournament? It's like, dude, I answered you. Come on. Even then, I don't mind, because, you know, not everyone's watching a stream from the beginning, but... Where's the tourney info? Oh my god. What's a tournament? What's a moida? Okay, so 2 each isn't bad. I've lost track. I think we only had like 6 uses though, so it doesn't matter that much. Oh, Gali fight. Brother. I should make brother cheaper again. Buying the dip on brother, you're waiting for it to dip. I feel ya. Hey, Ordorf can probably survive 3. Or 2, sorry. Which I like. I like that in a man. I like a man who can survive 3 blaze walls. Oh, fuck you, man. Oh my god. Someone say dip brother? You're the dip brother, Macho. Oh, we got power. I fucking missed. I was like, oh, I get a 4th use. And I just mashed it out there. And they lose a little bit of additional life span for, like, going on the adventure, you know? Watching YouTube stuff since DX came out. Nice to finally catch a stream. Right on. Welcome. Thanks for checking it out. Light? Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay. We're getting 5 still, which is fine. 58 nature. I'm going to feed him 1 more, which is going to make him best natured. And then we're just going to leave it there. I'm not going to raise his... I'm just going to use all the sour jellies I have. We'll just use them all. I got them. Might as well use them. The thing is, you're not going to learn what works and what doesn't work and why it works and why it doesn't work if you just listen to me, if you don't try it out yourself. People are always asking me about builds and stuff like that, and I don't mind helping out at all. You know, like, I like to give people answers. I like to give them advice. But at a certain point, my advice becomes detrimental because you're not willing to experiment. And I've already had people... There's people in the Discord who are, like, very adamant. Not my Discord, but the Monster Rancher Discord. They're very adamant about certain techs being, like, really, really bad because I've said they're not great. And then when I try to say, like, no, actually, you know what? The tech's not bad. They're like, no, no, no. Like, I don't think you understand. And it's like, brother, I fed you that opinion in the first place. Like, listen to me. Listen to me. You're okay. It's okay to use it. It's not too bad. It's been interesting being part of the Monster Rancher community because now I see things happening in other communities that I didn't used to, especially in, like, fighting games and things like that. I've never been, like, a top-level fighting game player. I've always been competent, but, like, you know, never been winning all my locals or anything like that. I did in my hometown, which was, like, 5,000 people, but once I moved to Toronto, not so much. People want to be seen as a source of knowledge. And it can be really funny sometimes because they'll be very, very adamant in their opinion of something that is, like, empirically wrong. And I picked up on that a lot in Monster Rancher because, like, I have a pretty good understanding of what's good and what's bad and why it's good and why it's bad. And people will they'll say something I said, you know? They'll say something I said, but then their rationale for it is completely backwards, and it's like, you don't know why you're spouting this opinion, do you? So I should get sneak combo since you're hacky since you might be wrong. You know what? You do your thing. There we go. There's a 9. I'll take that. We're almost there. So this is technically the first time I'll be able to do a tournament in Twilight. 63 weeks of lifespan left. So on the 4th week, he'll technically hit Twilight, and then at that point, it doesn't matter. I'm not wasting lifespan anymore. Do I try it? Do I try to win? I think I'm gonna try to win. Good luck tonight. I'm doing my best. We're just gonna try and win, I think. We're gonna roll for stats at the end. It's coming to the end of the stream, so I don't know how much more I'd be playing anyway. If I decide not to go for Napalm, it's a very easy build. Napalm's what's making it difficult. I think I basically just go on Errantry 3 times in a row, and my build would be done. They want to name a monster Faust, but super picky over what monster should represent your all-time favorite fighting game character. Who would Faust be? Joker wouldn't be bad. They both use a pole. Arms mask. Yeah, I had a Joker named Faust on my original PS1 file. Oh, that's perfect. Let's go. Low guts. Do I get a third use? Maybe. Yes. I get 3 uses. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Temkin would obviously be a golem, that's true. What would May be? May would be ducking. Aim to Joker, Happy Chaos. I feel that. What about the other characters? Leo. What would Leo be? He'd be a Gali. He'd be a purebred Gali. Joker Pixie Name Society. Yeah, you're about a year too late for that. We had that exact thing in the Monster Hunter Battle League Season 2. I think Tiger, maybe Balon. No, Balon, you're right. Balon would be better. Hey, do we get it? This is fucking fantastic. This is great. This is peak. And because my stats went up by so much, I didn't even waste a week of life doing the tournament. That's better than the gains I would have got otherwise. Fucking fantastic. Let's go. Okay, let's try. We'll know on the first week if we get it or not. It's enough. Let's fucking... Oh, we got it. Hell yeah. Volvo.
Cheer one, 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 cheer one.
Blue Phoenix? Fuck you, Blue Phoenix. Got this. I'm not afraid of you. Got power. $999 damage? Hell yeah. Sol is obviously purebred dragon. I think that's a pretty good bet. Or Vesuvius. I think Vesuvius is the call. Seems very tired. I just realized we can't get Hurricane because it'll raise our power. I just realized I can't do that. So I'm glad we got Napalm. Glad we got Napalm. We'll have to get Withering Text. What would Kai be? It needs to be something like majestic, you know? I think just Hound Knight. Hound Knight versus Vesuvius. Tale as old as time. Maybe. Anger has yo-yos. Oh my god. I have 44 weeks of lifespan left. We're getting close. It is going to come down to the wire. I don't know if I'll be able to raise his stress particularly high. I might not even worry about it. Seems like I'm critting a lot anyway. Okay, so I need 3s and 4s. I need greats. I need a couple of greats just to offset it. I'm going to do a little bit of grinding off stream. Yeah, we're going to end it there. Man, so as much as like it sucks to miss a bunch of 80s and everything, if you guys didn't catch it in the Naga video I posted, in top 8 of the summer Cocooning that Tecmo ran, a Ripper missed a 91% chance to hit drill attack against another Ripper in top 8 and lost because of it. You know how fucking infuriating that would be? Be 1 win away from grand finals and you miss 91% chance because it's best of 1 single elimination. Okay, here we go. Speed versus life. I guess Isamaru's got quite a bit of life as well, to be honest. 2 Thunderbolts. It's both. 185 left. Stab at 86%. Big damage there. Dr. Baloney doesn't get angry. He gets even. Bite lands, a little bit of damage. Another Thunderbolt, 60%. Red Wisp at 55. Oh, it doesn't kill. Big damage, but it doesn't kill. 19 life left. Another Red Wisp at 53. Is this going to land? Damn, it does. Big Withering once again. Dr. Baloney tanks another one. Is this matchup favor either side? Crit stab's the thing you really, really, really have to look out for as a tank. One of the things that makes Tiger so strong. But Isamaru having very low offensive power, or no, sorry, not, what should I say? It doesn't have low offensive power, but what it does have is low skill, which doesn't matter at all in this matchup. This is like an anti-tank build. Dr. Baloney landing a lot of 50%, but I think the favor is actually in Isamaru's side. Plays well 72%. Misses. Oh my god. Am I going to lose because of a 72 miss again? Oh my god. Say it ain't so. And then the straight. Yeah, okay. Is this Gali cocooned? It is. So Dr. Baloney's got a little bit of a guts lead. He's going to need to attack with something a little bit bigger than straight. And he's not going to. Isamaru's going to attack immediately as soon as it has 12 guts. And it's going to win game number 2. So, once again, the gods conspire against me. But no, I landed so many 50s. Like, it's okay to miss a 70 occasionally. Thunderbolt 58%. That one misses. Scratch. Oh, he goes away from the heavy attacks. The 79 miss on Scratch. Damn. Hits that one. Napalm at 70. That's going to land. 626 damage. God damn. God damn. Logsar is such just like an anomaly monster. Like, you know, someone like wanted this badly in the game. They're like, we're going to make this. And there's probably pushback. And they're like, no, 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 no. Okay, roll assault opener. Big damage. Oh, he doesn't swing first. There's half his health gone. Roll assault's really strong here. Another Thunderbolt, that one misses. They're going to walk forward a little bit. Punch. Oh, Claw Pinch. Hits him with the Claw Pinch. 600 damage. Both monsters can attack. Who's going to swing first? He's got Anger. Another Claw Pinch. Perfect timing from Driftwood. Link them together, brother. $750 power is not bad. You went pretty high into life. Give him the clamps! You went pretty high into life, which, you know, has its advantages for sure. Claw Assault doing a little bit of damage there. Into the Hidden Sting. That's the 1-2. We've been seeing that since the Deluxe Cup. Red Wisp at 52. This is going to miss. First time it's missed today. Dr. Baloney moving backwards into a slot with a dead tech. Thunderbolt at 57. Ooh, does some big damage there. 2 in a row. 55%. That's enough to KO. Does it grit? He does grit. Both monsters can attack, though. Straight at 54. Long Punch is going to hit. It doesn't kill, though. Procs Anger. Napalm at 64%. Oh my god. 572 damage. Dr. Baloney takes that one. You know how intimidating it is to like run a speed monster when your opponent has a move that has like 60% chance to hit and will instantly kill you? For less than 40 guts. Roll Assault Opener. Let's see the Roll Assault Opener. You got it, brother. Come on, he's not even trying. It's the Thunderbolt. Claw Assault. A little bit of damage there. Oh, big damage. Driftwood still alive. Gets power. Perfect play. Another Thunderbolt, though. Oh my god, he doesn't get to use it. He doesn't get to use it. Dr. Baloney wins the game.